Okay.
true.
So, always or almost all the time, I don't teach my student writing right away. Okay. I usually teach them five techniques and expand their vocabulary. Because these techniques that I'm going to teach you is going to
Yes,
help you to make your answers longer. Okay. Because
yes,
it's easier to, well, it's better to write if you know what to say, right? If you can
that
make a
is
long
true.
letter, it's easier,
Yes,
right? So I'll
yes.
give you some tips and techniques on how to write more. But let's start with the first technique, all right?
Yes.
So we have here, my first technique here is what I call the use of adjectives in relation to verbs, all right? So before we go here, let's try to read this first about a sample. Okay, this is a very easy sample. So let's try to read this one. What do you think about your company? Can you read it?
Yes. What do you think about your company?
Okay, so wait a minute. So although this is not a speech class, but I have to teach you this. So can you try to read this one for me? Number one.
Yes,
Mm-hmm. How about number two?
yes,
Number three?
yes,
Okay, so let's try to fix it, okay? So let's go
yes,
to number one first. So this is like simple, right? There's really no emotion attached to it. So let's read yes.
yes.
All right, let's say my name is Victor.
My name is Victor.
Okay, I am Vietnamese.
I am Vietnamese.
All right, next one we have you have to say the vowel E. You have to extend it. Yes.
Yes.
Is my name Victor?
Is my name Victor?
Okay, am I Vietnamese?
Am I Vietnamese?
Yeah, that's it, right? So you have to extend the vowel, the last vowel. And this one is yes. It's actually quick. It's not, you don't really shout.
Yes.
I think that's the problem with other students that when they read this one, they
Yes.
often think that they need to shout. You don't really need to shout. Okay? In some instances, like for example, fire, fire. Of course, you have to shout, right? Because you want to
Yes.
alarm everyone that there is a fire in the house or something like that. But usually, we don't really shout it. It's just quick and you just say it quickly and a little bit loud, all right? So it's more of like
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Yes.
all right? So you have to extend the sound. Yes,
Yes.
all right. So, like for example,
Yes.
let's read yes, yes, and yes.
Yes. Yes. And yes.
Okay, very good. So let's try to read this one more time.
Uh, what what do you think about your company?
What do you think about your company?
Company.
Yeah, come, you go first. First stress. Company.
Company.
All right.
What do you think about your company?
Very good. So let's start with this one. Well, I think that it's a good company.
Well, I think that's a good company.
All right. So it pays
It,
good salary.
it pays good salary.
So while we're reading it, let's try to look at all the verbs that we are looking. Okay. So we have here
Yes.
it pays.
It pays.
All right.
Yes.
It pays good salary every month.
It pays good salary every month.
I receive 1,000 US dollar even though I'm a normal staff.
I receive $1,000 even though I'm a normal staff.
Okay, so also a verb. It offers me a good chance to climb the corporate ladder.
It's, it offers me a good chance to climb the corporate ladder.
Okay, one more time. Climb.
Climb,
Okay,
climb.
at the time I began to work for my company, my salary was about 300 US dollar. And my boss said that if I speak English well, I can go to some branches in America to work there.
I, At that time, I began to work for my company. My salary was about $300,
Hmm.
and my boss said that if I speak English well, I can go to some branches in America to work there.
Okay, so let's stop for a while, okay? So I think it's better
Yes,
instead of saying go, it's better to say travel, right? Do you
yes,
agree?
yes.
Okay. So what is the difference between go and travel? Do you think it's the same?
No, not really, but in this case, I think it's the same because
Okay.
go is more how to say more general than travel.
Okay. What is
Because
travel?
travel, you move to another place for
Okay.
work or for traveling.
All right. Okay. So actually, you're right. When you say go, it's more general. Because, but can you say, for example, travel? For example, I am in a school, or for example, I will tell you right now. I'm sorry, Victor. Can you please wait a minute? I need to travel to the bathroom.
No,
Is that okay? Travel to the bathroom?
no, I don't think so.
Why? All right.
Well,
Okay.
but
So, okay. Tell me.
mm, no, I'm sure. I'm not sure about this
Okay.
because yeah,
You haven't heard about
I,
that,
I
right?
never have heard about this. It's true.
Because it's wrong, right? So you're right when you say general, right? When you say go, it can be far, it can be near, it can be anything. If you want to you want to go there, okay? You want to go to from this destination to destination B, all right? But travel is oftenly far, okay? So that's why we never say I need to travel to the bathroom unless the bathroom is very far away, okay? So it's better to say travel here, okay? So I can
Okay,
travel to some branches in America to work there. Let's continue. I consider my company as my family.
I consider my company as my family.
All the workers there are very friendly to me. They usually help me when I have troubles. They give me gifts on my birthday. I love my company very much.
Uh, yeah, on the workers, they are very friendly to me. They usually help me when I have troubles. They give me the gifts on my birthday. I love my company very much.
All right, consider. Okay, I consider. So
Yeah,
consider is
I
also a verb.
consider
Okay. All the workers there are very friendly to me. So although
friends
friendly is not a verb, let's just put it here. Help, help me, and give me gift. All right. So
give
let's try
me
to
gifts.
read all of these words together. Okay. We have
Thus,
pays,
pays,
receive,
receive,
offers,
offers,
began,
began,
travel,
travel,
consider,
consider,
friendly,
friendly,
help me.
help me,
All right. And give me gift.
give me gifts,
And lastly, we have love.
love.
All right. So what we're going to do, I want you to read this sentence again one more time. Can you read the whole paragraph? I will ask you a question. What do you think about your company?
Well, I think that it's good company. It pays good salary every month. I receive $1,000 even though I'm a normal staff. It offers me a good chance to climb the corporate ladder. At the time I began to work for my company, my salary was about $300, and my boss said that if I speak English well, I can travel to some branches in America to work there. I consider my company as my family. On the workers, they are they are very friendly to me. They usually help me when I have troubles. They give me gifts on my birthday. I love my company very much.
I love go up.
I
I love my
love
company very much.
I love my company very much.
Okay. Company.
Company,
All right, good.
company.
So let's try to read it this one without the words, okay? So we have all the verbs here because these are the techniques, right? Whenever you
Yes.
put some adjective here, the best way to explain it is by putting verbs, all right? So for example here, my company is a good company. It pays me 1,000 US dollars, and you can just keep on changing it as far as you like. You don't have to say it directly, okay? Okay, so let's try to do it again. My company is a very okay. I have or I work in a good company.
I work in a good company.
Okay, number one, why is it good? It's okay. Tell me. Use this word.
It's, uh,
Don't really use this. Okay, just use your own.
yes, yeah, base.
It pays me.
It's pays me very well.
Okay, it pays me
Pay.
very well. Number two.
I receive about $1,000 each month,
Okay,
every month.
good.
Yes,
Then
it's they are the jobs offer me a good opportunity to climb
corp
my climb
the
my
corporate ladder.
corporate the corporate ladder.
Okay, it offers me a good chance to climb the corporate ladder. Can you say it again?
Yes, yeah, it it offers me a good chance to climb the corporate ladder.
Very good.
Corporate ladder.
Next one
Yeah.
began.
I began at um, I began this job 3 years ago.
hmm At first, they gave me 200 US dollars, but it was okay, right? Something like that, okay? Just continue. It doesn't matter, okay? I'm not telling you to
Yes.
copy this, all right? Just
No. Yes.
tell me
Yes.
anything, okay? Um,
Yes.
it doesn't have to be true, okay? You can tell me the truth, you can tell me a lie, it doesn't matter. That is the beauty of writing, okay? You can make
Yes.
anything, all right? That's why girls love boys when they make a letter because boys are very good liars, right? So something like that. So anyway, let's continue. Began.
uh, I, I, be- I began this job 3 years
hmm
ago with a salary about $300
hmm At first,
at first. Sorry, as first.
like because you only have 300 US dollars, right? So was it
Yes.
difficult at first? Was it
It,
difficult
it's
because you only earned 300 US dollars, something like that? Were you asking money from your mother, something like that? So like tell a story.
at first. Um, well, yeah. I I asked my family to help me. Uh, yeah, help me finance,
Or help me financially, all right?
financially. Uh,
Okay.
to financially help me. To,
All right, in my situation, all right? Very
yeah,
good.
in my situation.
Now number 6, my
But after
boss.
that,
Okay,
yes,
but after that,
after that, I
my
my
boss,
boss found that I speak English well.
if I speak English well,
If I speak English well, uh, I could travel to some branches in America to work there.
okay. Number 8, I consider,
I consider this company uh, is my family
okay, because
because my college are very friendly.
not college,
The
colleague.
colleagues,
Okay, colleague are coworkers, right?
yeah,
Okay,
colleagues, my colleagues,
hmm
because my colleagues are very friendly. Uh, They help me every time when I have troubles,
Mm-hmm.
and they gi- they give me gifts in my birthday
During my birthday.
during my birthday. I I love my company and my wow.
And your
I,
what else? You love your company and
I love and my colleagues.
our
Yeah.
colleagues. All right, that's good, right?
That's,
So let's try to do it again one more time, okay? I'll try to read it first, and after that, you read it, okay? So usually, it's better if you just practice writing it at first. At the
uh,
I know, not writing it, just say it at first, okay? And after
yes.
that, you can try to write it, okay? I'll give you time to write it after that, okay? But listen to me first, okay? I work in a very good company. It pays me about 1,000 US dollars every month. Oh, sorry. It pays me good salary, and I receive 1,000 US dollars every month. It offers me a good chance to climb the corporate ladder since it's not about who you know, but what you do in the company. I began this job when I was only 18 years old, so at that time, my boss only gave me 300 US dollars, but it was understandable because I was very young and I was very inexperienced. So I had to ask my father and mother to help me financially during that situation um, since my salary wasn't big enough, and at the time I had 7 girlfriends, so I had to find a way to to go on a date with them each day, right? So I really need to work hard. Actually, that's the reason why I work very hard because of those 7 girlfriends. But right now I don't have any girlfriends anymore, so I'm very good financially. So anyway, my boss told me that if I can speak English well, in the future I could travel to some branches in America to work there and maybe become the manager there. So it will be better. I consider my company as my family already because they are very friendly. They help me when I'm feeling blue or when there are some problems that I have personally. And during my birthday or during the time that there is a celebration or an anniversary in the company, they often give me gifts since I also give them gift in my behalf. I love my company very much, and I am very blessed that I have found this job when I was only 18 years old. All right, so it's actually very easy to talk about it because there are some words here, right? You'll never get lost, right? So during writing phase, it's better to just put on your idea, okay? Just think about your ideas, and you don't have to follow everything, right? Like even here, I told you about 7 girlfriends, right? It doesn't matter, right? As long as you don't, as you stay here, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I want you to try to say this again one more time. Then after that, I'm going to make you write, maybe give you maybe 5 minutes, but try to tell a different story or try to make it a little longer. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so try to say this first. Okay, my company is a very good company.
My company is a good company. Yeah. I work in a good companies. Like
Okay, it's okay too.
yes. Uh, I, I work in a good company. They pay me well. They um I receive about I receive $1,000 every month, and this job offer me a good chance to climb the corporate ladder. And I began this job five 5 years ago, and they pay me about $300 every month, and 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 my parents have to help me financially in this situation because it it's not enough for my
Expenses.
yeah, for my uh, expensive life No, it's
Expenses already
then
okay. With all
expensive.
my
Okay,
expenses. Okay.
okay, all my expensive. Then my boss uh, told me that if I speak English well, I could travel to some branches in America to work there. Then and then I I took this I took this offers and go to work in America. And now actually I consider my companies as my families because they're very friendly um, and they help me every time I have job roles. They give me they me they give me gifts during my birthday or in any specific days. And I really love my companies, and I'm happy to work there. To
Okay.
work there.
Okay. So that's very good, right? So, are you ready to write it? Okay. So, do you write faster on a computer or on a paper?
Mm, on the, yeah, I can do it on the computer.
Yeah, computer is better, right? It's faster, okay? Because I don't really want you to write and it takes a long time. All right, so I want you to write for now and try to add more, okay? Like the easiest way also to make the sentence longer is by
Yes.
asking WH questions. Do you know what's WH questions?
Why would, when,
Okay.
etc.
Basically that like how, where, when, why, what for,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
Then you can
Yes.
try to use that. And before that, let's try to review the how, the where, and the when, right? For how, we can answer by, in all of these, we can answer by adverb, okay?
Yes.
How is the adverb of manner, right? How do you do it, right? I do it fast, I do it slowly, so that is the adverb of manner. Also, we have where, the adverb of time, okay? I know, sorry, place. Adverb of
Place.
place, right? Like, for example, I want to work outside. I want to work near the coffee shop, all right? I want to work here. I want to work there, okay? So that's adverb of place. Next one, the when is the adverb of basically
Time.
time. So tomorrow, yesterday, next year is like an adverb too, but not really. But it's usually like tomorrow, early, late. Okay, so that's when we try to use that, right? Next one we have preposition. Okay, so with preposition we can use by, for example, for how you can say usually we just use preposition like with, at, and on.
Yes.
All right. For example, preposition here. How do you work? Or how do you love your job? I love my job with all my heart. Okay, something like that. I love my job. Um, so you can always use at. No, not really at. With how it's different. It's by. With, by. On is okay. Yeah, basically these are the three common, okay, with how. So, how do you work? I work by doing everything I can. All right, so that's preposition. With where and when, basically it's common. It's at, in, on, right? I think it's self-explanatory. So try to answer it with this one as well, okay? Because why
Yes.
is just because, so that's very easy. How about what for?
It's like mm,
What do you study English for? Can you answer that?
for for works.
Okay, so usually we answer so that I can, okay? Like the effect, right? Usually the differences of why and what for is that why is general, okay? It can be cause or effect, okay? What
Yes.
for is always effect, okay? so that I can go to America, so that things like that. Okay. So try to
Yes.
answer with how, where, when, why, what for too. I want you to write as much as you can so that I can help you. All right. Correct the grammar because that is the most important thing in IELTS writing, right? Because you cannot really express yourself, like with your accent. You cannot really speak emotionally. That's the thing with writing. You really need to do it well. Okay?
Yeah.
I'll give
Okay.
you, I think 5 minutes is
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
All right. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Okay. Thank you.
you halfway there?
Uh, it's, do I have? No, I didn't finish, but
It's okay. You can
so
finish it.
okay,
Okay.
okay. Okay, done. But it likes I retyped what I
It's okay. You just send it to me, all right? I'll
okay.
just I'll just read it and let's try to check it as well.
Okay, apps.
Is this the adverb? I mean, okay. Can you send it me the message? The I mean the okay. So let's try to read that. I work. So let me just put it here. Okay. So I work in a good. They pay me very well for my job as a product manager. I receive it every month. This job offers me a good chance to climb the corporate ladder. I began to work here 5 years ago when I got $200 a month. I needed to ask my parents to help me in this situation. Okay, since you can try to add more here, right? Since at 300 US dollars is low, and I wouldn't
Of
survive.
effort,
What
uh, effort, effort.
I felt, all right, is what do you mean?
No,
Afford. Okay, okay, that's okay too. Is a little bit low, and I couldn't afford a lot of things or even necessities. All right. So necessities are like important things. Okay,
yes,
like
necessity.
groceries, food, water, rent. Okay, or even
Mm-hmm.
necessities, and I wouldn't survive if my parents didn't help me. So I'm very glad, and I'm very glad that they did. Okay, so that's is quite a little bit more, right? So let's try to add more. Okay, so let's go here. I work in a good company. Like, can you tell me what company is this?
Uh, Pharmaceutical industry in I work in a good pharmaceutical company.
All right, pharmacy. All right. Can you tell
Uh,
me the name of the
uh, for example, yes, Sanofi, for example, or just GSK,
J? Can you type it?
G GSK,
Okay, JSK, right? Do you know what JSK
G
mean?
Z,
A Z,
uh,
JZK,
G, G, yes.
JZK. All right.
Mm,
So
no,
what?
okay, so I have problem with my pronunciation as well. I mean G, GS. cake.
Uh, G. That's G.
G's, G's,
G S
G S cake.
G S K.
Yes,
All right. Okay. I work in a good pharmaceutical company. Okay. And, or you
it's
can say I work in G
as
GSK.
a
Okay.
good
A
pharmaceutical,
good
yes,
pharmaceutical company. All right.
company.
All right. So can you tell me where it is located? It is located in.
It's located in Singapore.
Okay. It's located in, let's say, the capital city of Singapore. Okay. Always remember,
Yes,
if, for example, let's say I am from the Philippines, right? So I don't know much about Singapore. So instead of saying the name of the place, you can say the name of the place too, but you need to tell me something like the capital city of Singapore, or for example, for Ho Chi Minh City, the financial city of Vietnam, right? Or where the business, or where there are a lot of businesses, or something like that. You need to tell more, or you need to attach anything to that place, all right? For example, if I don't know what is Ha Long Bay, can you tell me what is Ha Long Bay?
it's the bay in the south of Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Where
yeah, in
where a lot of people.
yeah, well, a lot of people go there
Mm-hmm.
for trips.
Okay, so something like that.
Yeah, yes, it's like kind of famous bay, and it's how to say, is classified as how to say about UNESCO
World
classified as
Heritage, right?
yes for heritage.
Okay, or one of the greatest places in the world, right? Or it is one
Yes,
of the UNESCO's World Heritage spot, or a tourist destination, right? So that's what I want you to know, all right? When you're talking about a
yes,
place that maybe I don't know, it's best for you to describe it a little, all right?
okay.
Okay. Now, and when describing, okay, because this is uh too short, you know. If you write this in an IELTS exam, you'll probably not pass because it's very short. You have to describe as well. Do you know how to describe?
How to describe?
Mm-hmm.
Describe. Yes, no, I think we can use the case of WH
Okay.
questions.
Okay. So we ask question. All right. What is the easier
Okay.
way to describe? Like for example, can you describe me? Can you describe me your dream house?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So my dream house, for example, if uh, a big house um, with a garden
Mm-hmm.
with, and there are many flowers.
Okay.
Then yeah, in my house, I love to have a big yeah, a big kitchen, for
Mm-hmm.
example.
So you love cooking, right?
No, I don't like.
So why do you want to have a big kitchen? Your wife, right? So your wife can cook for you.
Well, yeah,
Okay, I get it.
yes.
All right, so these things, right? So basically, when you describe this, you use your eyes for sight, right? Because you're describing it through your eyes, right? Also, your nose for the smell, right? You want to say like every time for example, every time I go inside my house, it smells very lovely because my wife over there is cooking inside my very very big kitchen. Whatever, right? You can say anything. So no nose for the smell. What else? Anything?
Uh, ear,
Ears for
sound, sound,
hearing. Okay, hearing.
hearing. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, hearing.
Okay, then we have tongue for the taste, right?
Taste.
So it tastes very bitter, it tastes lovely, it tastes delicious, things like that. These are the most common way to describe things. We can also have like
Touch,
skin, the
feeling,
feel, right?
feeling.
For example, it is very rough, it's very smooth, okay? I want to marry a person in the future with a very soft hand, all right? Whatever, okay? If you want
Mm.
rough hands, it doesn't matter. So skin, feel, and emotions, right? Emotion, as well as like happiness, things like that, all right? So this is more general. So you want to describe your feelings. You want to be happy, sad, things like that. So these are the most common way to describe. Not only in writing, but also in IELTS in general. Okay? Because you have to talk more, right? So not only WH
Yeah.
questions, you have to describe things as well. So let's try with this one. It is located in the capital city of Singapore. Can you tell me more
Uh,
about the location?
yes, in the it's in Singapore, the
Okay.
capital. Sorry.
Okay, but
Yeah.
never mind, okay? It doesn't really
Yes.
matter because it's already
Yeah.
given here. It is in the capital
Yeah.
city of Singapore, okay? Now, okay, so maybe you can add like, I sometimes go there, right? From time to time, whatever, okay? Now, they pay me
Yes.
well for my job as a product manager,
Product manager.
okay? So can you tell me how
Yes.
long have you been a product manager?
It has been 2 years in this position.
Since I had this
I had
position,
I
okay?
had this position.
I had to work very hard to get this position, and I plan to further my career and possibly become a branch manager or whatever. Okay, a branch manager or what you call this
Yes, it's
but
good. Yeah, it's good. It's branch manager. It's
okay,
good.
branch manager, or you want to be more, right? I'm thinking of what's next to the branch manager.
Direct director.
Director, right? To become
Project.
the director, okay,
Yes.
of the company, right? So something like that, right? You need to add more. That's the basic thing about IELTS writing, um, because right now. In our first class, I'm just teaching you how to make long answers, okay? Because in order for,
Yes.
if you really want to learn and you want to be good in IELTS writing, you need to write a
Yes.
lot and you need to send it to me. And during our class, I'm going to check I mean your work. Okay. So, what I have here? I become a director and become a director of the company, or become the director of the company. Which is correct? A or the? Hmm.
So
Which is
it
the
was a
correct
question.
one? Yes. Is it a director or the director?
I think it's become a director of the
Oh,
company
okay. So what's the differences of a director of the company and the director of the company?
because the director when you didn't how to say a director is more it's like undefined and defined
Hmm.
tense.
Okay.
So a director is like you have already a vision for this and it's defined
Okay.
defined yes.
All right. Can you
Uh,
correct too, right? But not really. because
Mm,
and the is basically very easy. When you say many, right? A lot of directors, right? I want to become a director of the company, right? So maybe there are 10 directors, right? And you're one of them,
okay.
right? When you say
Yes.
you're the
That
only
should be
one,
on
right? Okay.
only one.
That's why we say the big boss, right? The boss, the president,
Yes.
because there's the only one,
Yes.
right? But if you say a president, you're maybe talking about a
There are many
president
persons.
in a world, right? In the world. So
Yes.
it can be a president in the Philippines, in Vietnam, or in other country. So I think the right word you were trying to look for is specific. All right,
Yes. Okay.
not really defined. Okay, specific. All right, so just say ah. All right. Um, Next, continue. I receive 1,000 US dollar every month, but really, we don't really say this. It's in the book, right? In the book, it says
Yes.
I receive 1,000 US dollar, but really, we don't say that, okay? Especially in Western countries,
Yes.
we never say
We
that.
we never
I
we don't
receive,
explore
yeah,
we don't
uh,
explore my our
exactly,
revenue.
okay? I receive a good amount of salary every month where instead of saying the exact amount, tell me what are the things that you can be able to do. All right? Can you tell me? With your salary, what can you be
Uh,
able to do? Can you watch movies when you
with
want? Can you buy things that you want? Something like that.
with this salary, yeah, with this salary, I could provide my families,
W-
and
What?
yes, I could,
I could
I
I could what?
provide,
I provide,
provide
okay?
my family. No, we can do this. We can say
I
we
could
could
provide
provide.
my family. Is it
Yeah, yeah.
a good future? Okay.
Mm, yeah, a good future or good, a comfortable life. No,
Okay. It's okay too. Comfortable, comfortable life, and I can make them fat if I want to,
I
or
make.
whatever. It's like a joke, right? And if they want, uh, uh, they can be fat, right? Whatever. So it's like a joke where you have a good enough amount of money where you can eat as much as you like, like for example, there are for poor people, right? They would say, I receive a decent amount of salary. My family can eat 3 times a day. Sometimes I can go out and drink beer with my friends, so I'm happy with that. Although I wish I could have more, but for now, I think it's okay. Something like that, right? So that's basically how you make the sentence longer, right? So you can
Okay.
say, with my salary, I could provide my family a comfortable life, and from time to time we could go on, or we could go to
Travel to
we
travel
could travel abroad for
to since a year,
okay, we could travel abroad once a year
once a year,
for
1 year.
vacation. Okay, that's it, right? So that's kind
Yes,
of better, right? So if you want to add more, you can always add, right? It really depends on you because with this one, you have a way for you to make your sentences longer. You can tell me more. Like I could travel abroad once a year for vacation. I could buy the biggest television if I want to, but I prefer the small one. Whatever, right? You can just basically talk, right? But you have to write
yes.
it, right? Now they want
Okay.
um, also, all right, and also we have
No,
to
and
I have
yes.
to teach you the sequences, right? Or what we call like also, then, therefore, okay? Also, this job offers
Also,
me a good chance to climb
to
the
climb,
corporate ladder. So, how do you say that this job offers you a good chance to climb the corporate ladder? How can you say that?
Uh, because the job allow me to allows me to to um, get knowledge and experience in my field,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay, maybe like for example, how
yeah, yeah,
long, like, for example, people would say, right, this job doesn't give me any chance to climb the corporate ladder. I have been a normal staff for 30 years since I started. I'm still a normal staff now. So that's it, right? That's a reason, right? You need to give me a reason why does this company gives you a good chance to climb the corporate ladder. So maybe you could say, this job offers me a good chance to climb the corporate ladder since because 2 years ago,
because
or okay,
because
what was your position before you became product manager?
yeah, I just because 2 years ago I was just
Hmm.
a normal
Okay,
ago.
so,
I was just assistant manager,
okay,
the assistant manager. Then
and
yeah,
now
and now
I'm the product manager.
product
Okay.
managers.
Okay, so that's it, right? So maybe after 2 more years, you can expect to have an increase of salary and also to be promoted. I began to work here 5 years ago and I got 300 US dollar a month. I needed to ask my parents to help me in this situation since 300 US dollar is a little bit low and I couldn't afford a lot of things. Um, uh,
Uh,
although, so you can try to tell more, although it was a difficult time, but it was worth it because I am living well now, right? So something like that, right? Because you were telling a time that it was very difficult for you, right?
okay,
Okay,
right.
or you can tell me more, right? Although it was difficult back then
Yes,
because I had to pay my rent for 150 US dollars and I have only $50 for my grocery each month. Like you can really tell a story with that, right? Like how hard was it? How hard was 5 years ago, right? And you can also say like without my parents' help or my parents would give me sometimes uh, more than my salary because it was very expensive to live in Singapore. So whatever, right? So you can really tell more about here. Um,
yeah,
I couldn't afford a lot of things or even the
necessary,
necessities.
the necessities.
Okay, so I made a mistake there. I wouldn't survive. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, so that's it. So next one here we have. By the way, um, another teacher told me you are in France. Is that right?
Yes, yeah, I'm in French.
So what time is it there?
It's 9 a.m. Yeah.
Okay, so do you have to work today?
No. Yes, I
Okay.
have to work, but I can work at home.
Oh, that's nice. Alright, so
Yes,
you have to you could have said it here as well, right? You could say the benefit of working in this job is that I can wake up anytime, right? Or I
yes,
can uh, work at the time that I want, right? So basically things like that, right?
yes,
Then my boss tells me it's better to say told, all right? My boss
yes. Told
okay,
me, told
told
me
me
if I
if I speak English well, I could travel to some branches in
took some
America
French and to work there.
to work there. So you can tell me why does the boss want you to, or for example, why does the boss want an English speaking Vietnamese to work in America, right? Why doesn't he hire an American to work there, right? So you can tell me that, right? Because I believe, because my boss believes that Vietnamese are very hardworking. And if we could only speak English well, then we can be a factor in making the company bigger. Okay, whatever. Like you can tell some, we call this sugar code, okay? Sugar code. Do you understand that? Sugar
Kind of.
code. Okay, so basically you put some sugar in the ice cream to make it better, right? But it doesn't really
Yes.
matter, right? You can, because that's really the point. If you want to be a writer, if you want to be good in speaking in English, you need to be able to sugarcoat things, right? The same thing
Okay.
when you're writing a letter for a girl or something like that, right? Now I want this company as my family. Now I consider the company as my family because they are very friendly. So you can add more here, right? You can have like there are 30 people in my office alone, and almost every Friday we go out and drink. Sometimes if I don't have money, I just ask one of my coworkers and he will always lend me money like I do when some other of my colleagues doesn't have money. Right? So basically like that you can tell more, right? So next one, they help me every time
Me.
every time I have troubles. They give me gift during my birthday or in any company celebration. You could also say, can we let's add more. What was the gift that you received that you were very happy about?
Well, that's
Hmm.
well, it's, for example, the uh, Japanese garden,
Okay, what was
yes, a Zen garden, for example,
uh-huh.
Zen
Zen?
garden, garden.
Like this one? Like this? No? Yeah,
Yes,
the Zen.
yes, yes.
Oh yeah, it is really beautiful. Okay, so you like Japanese things.
Not really, but it's very, yeah, it's very beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Even me, I
It's
find it
beautiful.
very beautiful. Like you
Yes,
are one with the nature, right?
yes,
Okay. So to tell me more, I read from or was a Zen garden.
yes,
Okay. It was very beautiful. Okay.
right.
And how did you feel when you received the gift?
I were, I, I were happy
I felt.
for, I felt happy for receiving
Okay. This kind, this,
sky,
and
and I put it actually in my office desk.
okay. Okay, I plan to get her something nice in the future since I want to make her happy as well. All right? So, something like that. I love this company very much. All right? So, something like that. So, let's try to read it again one more time. Okay, can you read this first?
Yes, I work in GSK, a good pharmaceutical company. It is located in the capital of Singapore. They pay, they pay me well for this job as a product manager. It has been 2 years since I had this position. I had to work very hard to get this position, and I plan to go further my career and possibly become a director of the company. I receive a good amount of salary every month. With my salary, I could provide my family a comfortable life, and from time to time, I could travel abroad once a year for vacation. And so, this just offers me a good chance to climb the corporate ladder because 2 years ago, I was just an assistant manager and now I'm a product manager. I began to work to work here 5 years ago, and I got $300 a month. I needed to ask my parents to help me in this situation, since $300 is a little bit low, and I couldn't afford a lot of things or even the necessities. Although it was difficult time, but it was worth it because I'm living well now. I wouldn't survive if my parents didn't have me have, so I'm very glad that they did. When my boss told me if I speak English well, I could travel to some branches in America to work there. Now I consider the company as my family because they are very friendly. They help me every time I have troubles. They give me gifts during my birthday or in any company's celebration. The most memorable gift that I have received from my coworker was the Zen garden. It was very beautiful. I felt happy for receiving this, and I actually put it in on my office desk. I plan to get her something nice in the future, since I want to make her happy as well. I love this company very much.
All right, good, right? It's better. But I would say that you need to try to be more emotional when reading, okay? But I think your
Okay,
speech teacher can tell you more about it. But for example, I love this company very much. Like, you have to show it, all
I
right?
love company. Okay.
Now, so I'm going to send this to you, all right, as our first work. And as always, writing classes is mostly about homework. So that's the thing. That's why there's not a lot of people who likes practicing writing because it's a bunch
Yes,
of homework, right? But
yes.
that's it, right? Because you write, right? Because you cannot really write during
Yeah, it's true.
classes. And although it is, although it's not very fun, but it is the it is the truth, right? So here are
Yeah, it's
some of the
true.
techniques that you have to do. You have to do as your homework. So tell me a teacher who is clever, okay? uh, be able to tell me why to use these words and add more, okay? Like to understand, for example, my teacher in Vietnam is a very clever teacher. He always understands all of his students, and he often use very easy kinds of lessons so that we would be able to understand it. Sometimes we would play, sometimes, all right? So just try to add more, okay? And we'll try to make it better and longer in our next class, okay? And
Yes.
we're only in technique one, so we have more. Technique two, we have three,
Yeah.
we have four, and
Okay.
the last one is five. So this is our modal. So we have a lot of things to do, but I believe that we can do it together. So I'm very
Yes.
happy to meet
I
you,
hope to.
Victor.
Me too. Me too. And could you send me this document? Or
Oh, sure, sure, no problem.
yeah. Okay.
The whole techniques, or would you want to one technique at a time?
What do you think?
I think it's better if you just focus. Because if I give you all of it, you'll try to, oh, what is
Maybe.
technique two? What is technique three, right? So just
Okay.
focus on the first technique first. And it's actually just better. Just focus in one thing, right?
Okay. Okay. It's true.
All right. So I'm glad to meet you, Victor. I hope that you enjoy our class today, and I'll see you same time next
Yes.
week.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You too.
Yes.
All right. So you
And
have a
yes.
nice day.
Yeah. You too. Bye bye.
All right. Bye. Have a great day, Victor. Bye bye.
Bye bye.